The Rocky Mountain ADA Center can give some advice on that and say, yes, you must have an accessible toilet compartment. You need to have 60 inches next to the toilet in order to be able to transfer. We can give you some of that information. But then the beauty of our organization is that Meeting the Challenge can help with plan reviews. We work with architects all the time and help them determine how to make their plans accessible, and then provide site walkthroughs where we come in and look at the construction after it's been built and make sure that everything's in compliance.
Do you find at this point that most commercial architects are pretty tuned into this and keep it top of mind?
I would say yes. We work with some larger architectural firms throughout the nation, and I probably see 2 or 3 contracts come through a week here of, hey, can you do a plan review on the schematics here? But we also know that architects are hired to design something in maybe a certain aesthetic or within confinements. And so sometimes it can be hard, and sometimes that design is kind of on the front burner and accessibility goes to the back burner. One thing that I haven't mentioned yet is that Meeting the Challenge is owned by a full service civil engineering firm called CPNY, based out of Dallas. And so a lot of the transportation, the sidewalk, et cetera, those types of things, the design build is done by CPNY, and we provide that accessibility for them. And, if you're looking at a street and a sidewalk and a curb ramp that's got a 7% grade, how are you going to make that safe and make the slope accessible? And sometimes that can be very hard to kind of marry the two. But we see that architects, designers, engineers are looking at that and more aware of that than they have been in the past.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I've heard it said that if you make a design accessible, it's not just accessible, it's also generally more enjoyable for everyone. Not
Yep.
just individuals specifically who need that design, but really, a wider corridor, a wider door that's typically nice for anyone and everyone.
Absolutely. Even thinking about the lighting, maybe for someone who has sensory disabilities, that can be more pleasing to other individuals.